Since the launch of Star Wars Hunters, one game mode in particular has come under quite a lot of scrutiny since its launch, and the criticism for the game mode has been a thing ever since it first came out in the soft launch as well last September. So in today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit about that and just providing a piece of feedback that I think could change the game quite drastically. But before I do get into that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on a single piece of Star Wars Hunters news. Season 2 is very close, so make sure you don't miss out on any videos. So the game mode in question, of course, is Trophy Chase. A lot of people are saying they don't like Trophy Chase. Personally, I really enjoy the game mode. I think it's absolutely worth having in the game. But the biggest problem with it is that everyone goes back to the spawn points and just holds the spawn point in there. You can't really go anywhere in there, but it's quite easy to defend once you are in there. So it means if you are on the attacking side, you have to have a big burst of teamwork to actually get through the defensive lines and then hold it. But then once that happens, you will then go into that spawn point and just hold that position as well. And it's pretty much just a never-ending cycle of that. And I think the easiest thing to do that could really change this game mode is just shut the spawns, because when you actually start playing the game mode, you don't go back to your spawn point. Instead, you just spawn at a random place within the map. So simply by shutting the spawn points, you just change the game instantly, because it's not a place that you can then retreat to, so you are then actually having to probably run around the map. Sure, there will be some parts of maps which can be held, but they definitely won't be able to be held as easily as a spawn point would be, which means that if this is to happen, that big criticism of the game mode is nullified. And it probably would actually change the dynamic of the game mode quite a lot, which means that we could see a lot of people actually then really enjoying it, which would definitely be a plus, because I've seen a lot of people saying that it should not be in ranked, which in its current state I totally understand. But I think if they essentially took out the spawn points in the game mode, as I've been saying, that really could change the game quite a lot. Now, we did recently have Huttball as a limited time mode in the game, and in that mode, when you die, instead of going back to a random spawn point on the map, you do actually go back to the spawn you started in. But that spawn point cannot be penetrated by enemy fire or just enemies in general, so only you and your teammates can shoot through it and actually walk through the barriers. So they do already have fairly similar systems in place in this game already, so all they would need to do, instead of it just being one team can go through and one can't, just make it so that both teams can't walk through that. And like I've already said so many times this video, that would change Trophy Chase so much, because at that point you're actually running around the entire map. I just came off the back of a stream where I tried to do that as much as I could, and it was a lot more enjoyable. But naturally, because the spawns are there as a location to be able to go to, the game did typically end back in those positions. So I think that's a major thing that needs to be addressed in Season 2, or at least partway through the season. The Season 2 update has probably been ready to go for at least a week or two, maybe longer, I don't know. So hopefully they have already seen these problems with Trophy Chase and have already addressed it. But if not, hopefully someone sees this video and they playtest that, or they just make it work, because it really honestly does need to happen in my opinion. But let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Do you like Trophy Chase or not? And if you don't, what would you like to see changed other than just it being removed from the game? That is it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.